He's back! Elf on the Shelf is almost here. I know some people actually start Elf on the Shelf in November, but I actually start ours on the 1st of December, which is only a few days away now. So I thought in today's video I would talk about what Elf on the Shelf is and give you 24 different ideas that you can do if you do Elf on the Shelf. Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my channel. On this channel I absolutely love Christmas, but I also talk about lifestyle, being a single mum and all the other things that I get up to, which isn't that interesting. But I thought I'd share it anyway. So today I'm talking about this little dude, Elf on the Shelf. Now this is our red one, but I also have a green one because I couldn't find a green elf for a really long time and my boy loves the green Elf on the Shelf. So I picked a red one up to make sure that I had one anyway. So what is Elf on the Shelf? I actually did a bit of research on this because I wasn't 100% sure where it come from or what the tradition and everything else it was about. So I thought I'd do a little bit of research and I wrote it down because, you know, I am 40, I am getting old and I need to remember things. So Elf on the Shelf is actually from a storybook that was published in 2005. So there you go, that's where it's from. And all it is about an elf is sent to each children's home a few weeks before Christmas to keep an eye on the children, to watch their behaviour, and they report back to Santa every single night. Now, a lot of people think that this could put a lot of pressure on the kids, but this is a light-hearted, fun tradition and you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. And I'll tell you what I do with my son to not put that extra pressure on him either. But we'll get to that in a second. So every single night, the elf will move location to show the children that he's been to the North Pole and he's come back home again. If he stays in one place, kids are going to get suspicious. Now, you can just move the elf into a different location and it's the children's fun activity to do every morning to try and find the elf. So you can really be creative and just hide the elf in any different place that you want to hide them. Some people can get quite creative and imaginative and the elf can get up to all sorts of different mischievous things throughout the night. And it's just something for the kids to come down to and laugh their head off, as my son does every single day. My son absolutely adores it. He loves it. He looks forward to it every single year. And that's why I do Elf on the Shelf. But you can create fun things for them to do if you want to, but you don't have to. Now, a lot of people say that you're not allowed to touch the elf, otherwise it loses its magic. I don't do that. I just let my son play with the elf and have fun with him. He goes to bed with him. He does all sorts of things. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but that's just me. That's how I want to do it. And there is no strict rules on how to do Elf on the Shelf. You can do it any way you want to. So just do what works for you and works with your kids. And if people want to moan about it, let them moan. So we started Elf on the Shelf about 3 years ago. And first thing I asked my son to do was to name the elf. Now at this point, my son had not seen the film Elf, but he still decides to call his elf Buddy. So that is our elf's name, is Buddy the Elf. So that is basically the story of Elf on the Shelf. Some parents love doing it, some parents don't. Now this is how I do it. I plan way in advance of what I'm going to be doing. So I write down in a notepad 1 to 24 and I write every single thing that I'm going to be doing each night. So rather than sit there every night looking on Google, looking on Pinterest, trying to find different ideas for the Elf on the Shelf, I've already got it written down on my notepad. So all I've got to do is look at it, know what I'm going to be doing, go downstairs and do it. Now a lot of people say they forget to do it as well. So there's another trick I have. I usually set a little alarm or reminder on my phone around about 9 p.m. when I know my son is going to be fast asleep in bed. And that's my reminder to get up and go and do the elf before I actually go to sleep. So last thing you want to do is literally lie down, put your head on the pillow, get ready to go and have a good night's sleep. And then that pesky little elf comes in your brain. Where if you've got a reminder and you've got it all written down on what you're going to do, it's so easy peasy. So that's how I do Elf on the Shelf. Maybe you want to do the same. How else do you do it? How else do you do Elf on the Shelf to remind you to actually get it done? I would love to know any other ideas that you may have. So before I get into the next section, which is going to be 24 different ideas that you can do with your Alf, before we get into that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me out with the channel, and hopefully it will spread this message to more people, and hopefully it will help somebody out. That's all I'm trying to do, help someone out. Anyway, let's get into these 24 ideas of what you can do with your pesky little Alf. So number one for me, on day one, I always do a hello letter. You can print these out online. You can look on Pinterest and get ideas and quickly write a note. If you've got somebody at work or a close family friend, maybe you could get them to write the letter so they don't recognise your handwriting, or you can type it up online if you type it up on the computer if you've got time to. Completely your choice. Just saying I'm back, or hello, this is who I am, or anything like that you want to do. You can do that for them. I usually put that with the Alf, and this year I'll be doing it with his Alf 1st of December box and his advent calendar. So it's like Buddy the Alf has come in with his box and his advent calendar to start off the Alf on the Shelf. Okay, now these aren't done in any specific order. I always do day 1 and day 24 on exactly the same, but everything else I kind of just randomly put them as whatever's working for me that evening. So the next one is a snow angel. So if you've got some flour or some icing sugar or anything like that, then put some down on the kitchen counter, get your Alf and make a snow angel. Does this come undone? Make a snow angel out of the flour and just leave him on there. You can buy little message boards from the shop, or just write a little message saying I made a snow angel, or just leave it blank. Completely your choice. It will be a bit messy, but the kids will love it. So you could make a snow angel. That's the second one that you could do. The third one you could do is a sleepover. So you could make a little sleeping bag out of an old sock, like your partner's sock or your sock or even your child's sock, and you could put the Alf in a sock like he's having a sleepover. If you've also got some other little toys, you could make a little sleepover party and just put them all in different socks as well. Haven't done that one before, but it's definitely something I'm going to be doing. The next one you could do is reading a bedtime story. So we do a book advent calendar every single year. So from the 1st of December, I have all these books, Christmas books that I bought from the charity shop or Car Boots, whatever. I wrap them all up, and each night my son will unwrap a book and we read the book together. What I done before previously is got a few of my child's soft toys or his Avengers or any other toys he may have, and the book that we read the previous night, I've got the Alf sat up with the book in his lap with all his toys around it, so like he's reading a bedtime story to his toys. So that's another one that you could do. And again, these are costing you nothing if you've already doing things. If you don't do the book advent calendar, just get a random book that you've got from your kids' book collection, or if you don't have any like that at all, you can get them from a charity shop or go and get one out of your local library. Your choice. The next one we do is I hide him in the fridge. So I put a little blanket around him, making sure that he's all nice and wrapped up, and I put him in the door of the fridge. And on the fridge I put I'm in here, so that he knows where he's going to be, because he's only little. Well, he's not little, he's growing, but he still needs that little bit of a push to find out where the Alf is. So you could wrap him up in a little blanket or whatever, or a little towel if you've got one, flannel even, washcloth, whatever, and just pop him in at the door of the fridge, and your child's got to find where they are. The next one I usually do this towards the end of December, more towards Christmas, when we have our movie night. We always have a Christmas movie night where we have lots of treats, like loads of fruit, loads of sweets, loads of popcorn, all of that stuff. And what I've done before is I put the popcorn, the big tub, I put the Alf in the tub with a sign. He's holding up a sign. This is Velcro and it's really annoying me. With a sign saying it's movie night, so then my son knows that night we're going to be cuddling up watching a Christmas movie together with all the treats around us as well. So that's another thing that I do. We do that more towards like 22nd, 23rd of December, but you can do it whenever you want to do it. The next one, if you haven't already, is to write a letter to Santa. So get a small piece of paper and a pen, and I usually lie down the Alf and I try and put a pen somehow in his hand as he's leaning over a pad. And It's like I'm writing my letter to Santa. Do you want to write yours? And then this way, my son gets to write his letter to Santa with the elf, and then we post them in the post box that day. So it's just a great way, a fun way of getting your child to write their letter to Santa if you haven't done so already. The next one is a little bit more fun. It's being captured by your toys. So what we do, I get some string and I wrap him up. So I've got his legs together, I've got his arms together, and his toys, usually his Avengers or his Batman or Mario or anything else he's into, are holding the pieces of string and holding him tight as if he's been captured by his toys. So a great one to do as well, because your toys think he's an imposter and are trying to capture him to look after your child. So I thought that was a really fun one. I've done that a few times. I'm going to be doing it again this year. Another one that I do once I've got the Christmas tree up, because we haven't got ours up yet. It's on its way. The snowman is telling you it's on its way. What I do, from the main light in the living area, I tie a piece of string to it and I make it go all the way over to the top of the Christmas tree, and then I hang the elf by his legs and his hands like that, and he's sliding towards the Christmas tree. So he's trying to get the chocolates off the tree. That's what I always tell him that he's doing. The next one, I haven't done this for a while. I don't think we're going to get to do it this year because we just got a really busy month ahead of us. But one we have done previously is baking cookies. So in the past, especially when he was a toddler and wasn't at school, I used to get all the stuff out on the side to make some cookies. I used to get all the gingerbread cookie cutters and everything like that. And then Buddy the elf used to sit there and saying, let's make some cookies, or let's make gingerbread men, or let's make some Christmas cupcakes, whatever it is you want to do. And this way, it's a fun activity for your kids to do when you haven't got much money and you just need to do something fun and exciting. So, and the kids love it, don't they? They absolutely love it. So baking some cookies, cakes, gingerbread men, a great one to have for an activity for the day as well. What I do as well, the day after I've baked cookies or cakes, what I do is I sit Buddy the elf right next to the cakes or the biscuits, and I put some crumbs on his lap as if he's been eating all the cakes all night. So, and then he looks like, you caught me. So you could do that one as well. Lots of fun to do. And my son has come down and told him off, laughed at him, and then ate the other half of the cookie that Buddy apparently ate. So it's just as bad. But that's kids, isn't it? It's just something fun. So that morning he had gingerbread for breakfast. Okay, the next one, especially if you've got really girly girls in your family, a spa day. I haven't done this one because I've got a little boy. However, what I have done, I've got an empty tissue box, which I've wrapped in wrapping paper, but obviously left the hole where the tissues have come out of. The long ones, not the square ones, the long rectangle ones. I would put the elf in the tissue box and I would fill it with cotton wool balls, like he's having a bubble bath and he's just relaxing, having a bath. And that's what I would do if I was going to do a spa one. So there's another one, especially if you've got a spa person who loves doing nails. And nails is another one. Getting the nail varnish out to paint the nails, if that's another one you want to do. For the next one, you're going to have to buy a couple of things. Well, you're going to have to buy one thing. You're going to have to buy a mini bag of Skittles. Now, I've seen this done. I've done it many times with my son and he still loves it. So you get a plate, not a flat one. You get a plate which has got a little bit of a round edge to it. And then you put Skittles around the edge, all different colours. So don't put two colours together, just every single one is a different colour next to each other. You put the elf by the side of the plate, not on the plate or it get wet, and then put some warm water in the middle of the plate. The water will run to the Skittles and the Skittles will start to run into the middle so it looks like a rainbow. It's so cool to do. I will try and do a video when I do that one and put it on as a YouTube short or something for you to see, but it's so much fun. And you always have an extra pack of Skittles so that he has some Skittles as well. They're not great, but once every now and again, it's going to be okay. The next one, again, you'll have to pay a little bit of money for, but not much, more like 50p. I usually get the Haribo eggs, just the Haribo eggs. Luckily in B&M, they actually sell just Haribo eggs. And what I do is I get our saucepan, I give it a really good clean, and then I put the Haribo eggs in the saucepan, and, frying pan, in the frying pan, not the saucepan. And Buddy is sat there holding the the frying pan handle with a "Do you want eggs for breakfast?" Obviously the oven's not on. Obviously that's the case, and it's just asking if he wants eggs for breakfast with Haribo sweet eggs. So that's another one that we do, and again my son absolutely loves doing that one as well. Okay, the next one that we have, we are almost there guys, is replacing the photos in your house. Cut out some little elf faces. It would be great if you could actually draw them. Doesn't need to be great. So it's like the elf has drawn them himself, and you go around all the pictures in your house and you add a little picture of the elf. So he's in all your family photos, and it's not just because he doesn't want to feel left out. So he put himself in all the family photos. It only needs to be a small picture of his head. And again, if you draw it out rather than actually print them, it looks like the elf has drawn them himself. I haven't tried this one yet. I'm going to be trying it this year. Don't know how it will go, but we're going to see. So I don't know about that, but we'll try it. You don't know until you try, do you? Okay. The next one I do, and again, these don't have to be in any specific order. You can do these as and when you want to. So we haven't put our Christmas decorations up yet. We are going to do that in a couple of weeks' time. What I'll do is the night before, I'll get all the decorations down into the living area, and I'll put Buddy in the decorations with a sign saying, "Let's decorate." So that day, my son knows that he's doing the Christmas decorations in the front room, putting the tree up, making it all Christmassy, all of that kind of stuff. He gets really, really excited when he comes down and sees that. So that is something that we're definitely going to be doing again. The next one is roasting marshmallows. So I get a skewer, a wooden or a metal skewer or whatever you may have. I get a big, massive marshmallow and put on the end. I sit Buddy down like that, and he's holding the skewer, and he's putting it over a tea light candle. Now obviously being kids, you don't want to have a proper tea light candle. So get one of the LED ones that you can buy from any pound shop. You can buy four LED candles for £1 in Poundland. So go and do that. So it's like he's roasting marshmallows. Okay, the next one then, to not waste my marshmallows, I get another skewer and I put one marshmallow on one end and one marshmallow on the other end. I lie Buddy down and he's working out. He's doing a chest press with the marshmallows. So he's like working out, ready to eat all those lovely Christmas goodies that we're all going to be indulging over the Christmas period. So that's another one. Okay, we've got six left. So I hope you're with me. If you are with me still, thank you so much. Do drop in the comment box below your favourite Elf on the Shelf idea so that you can share it with everybody else. And if you want even more ideas, do go and check out my Facebook group, Solo Mum to One. There's a link in the description box below, and I've got more Elf on the Shelf ideas over there for you to have a look at as well. The next one is to play Twister. So I get a piece of paper, I write Twister on the top, and I draw all my little circles and all the colours that it has to be in. And then I put Buddy down, the elf, and he's doing something on the Twister like right hand green and left foot blue and whatever it may be, and he's playing Twister by himself. You can just write Twister or you can write Elf Twister, and because I have a red and a green elf, that's when I bring the red elf back. So the green elf is on the Twister board, and then I have the red elf that comes in, and then he's also playing with him. I get to do that because I've only got one child, but maybe if you've got more children and you've got more elves, maybe you can play Twister together. Just an idea for you. The next one is to do a shoe train. So get all the shoes in the house, like yours, your partner's, the kids' shoes, and put them in a train with the elf in the front. So like he's driving the train forward. So you could easily do something like that. You could put your child's toys in the shoes as well. You could get a snowman decoration, a Father Christmas decoration, a reindeer one as well. And then each one is in a different shoe, like Buddy the elf or whatever you're naming your elf, taking everybody on their little shoe train ride. So that's another one you can do. I haven't done that one. I think I will give that a go this year and see what he thinks of it. The next one is where Buddy is sat by your child's shoes and with a sign saying, "I shined your shoes." And then what you do is you wrap your kid's shoes in tin foil. So we haven't tried this one yet. I saw it online. I'm going to be doing it this year because I think it's funny. I'm going to be doing it on his school shoes. So he has to unwrap his school shoes. because Buddy has shined his shoes with tin foil, which I thought was really funny. So I'm going to be doing that one this year as well. 3 to go. The next one is to find the treats. So we've got some paper cups or plastic cups, and we put them all out like it's a bowling game if you want to. We've got actual snowballs that we bought from Home Bargains, so we can play like bowling or Skittles or whatever it is. And underneath the cups, there's a treat, maybe 1, maybe 2, but your children or your child's got to roll the ball and knock over the cups till they find the treat, or they've got like 10 seconds to lift up as many cups as possible to find a treat. You can make it any kind of game you want to, but it's something my son loves to do, so we're definitely going to be doing that again this year. And the final 2, I always do this one on the 23rd. So I've got the Alf. I'm actually going to be doing this tonight, which is Monday the 27th of November is when I'm recording this. I'm actually going to be doing this evening. When my son is fast asleep, I will then put the Alf right next to him, so it looks like he's asleep, and I will take a photo of them. I then send that off to Free Prints because I get my 45 free photos every single month. Once I printed it out, Buddy will be sat there right by his side when he wakes up with the photo of the 2 of them fast asleep together. And then my little one's like, how did he do that? It's just something quite magical about it. My son absolutely loves it. And then the very last one that I do on the 24th is the goodbye letter, where the Alf finally has to leave the house so he can go and help Santa deliver all the presents to all the boys and girls. So usually he has already gone. He's disappeared, but he leaves a note, and he also leaves a little gift for my son. Now, this gift could be a simple packet of sweets. It could be a chocolate bar. It could be a toy. It could be anything you want to do. It doesn't have to be anything at all if you don't want it to be either. So it's just a way of Buddy to say, thank you for a wonderful month with you. I had so much fun. I'm off to help Santa now deliver all the presents to the boys and girls. Continue to be good, continue to be loved, continue to be kind, and I'll see you next year. That's just something off the top of my head. Don't know if it's any good, but you can easily find goodbye letters on Pinterest, or you can download them and print them out for free. Say goodbye to the Alf for another year. So that is it, guys. I know there is loads more ideas. So if you do have any ideas that I haven't mentioned today that you think people might like, do write them in the comments box below. Try to do all of these where you are paying very small amount or nothing at all, because Christmas is so expensive as it is. There's so much pressure on us that having this Alf on the shelf, you just want to make it really easy, simple and cost effective. So I know there's a couple of things in there that you may have to pay for, like the Skittles and the Haribo eggs if you want to do those, but a lot of them are completely free of charge. You can get them on Pinterest, you can go on Google if you want to look for any more. You can look on my group Solo Mum to One. There's loads of different ideas on there for you as well. Or you can just have a look in the comments below here, and hopefully other people might post some more different ideas for you. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. Thank you for watching. I know it's a bit of a rambly one, but I was really hoping to give you some ideas where it's not going to cost you any more extra money to do Alf on the Shelf. That's the last thing we want, isn't it? Vlogmas is coming. Vlogmas starts on Friday the 1st of December. I'm going to be posting a video every single day about what I get up to, all Christmas content up until the 25th. I will also be posting one on the 25th of December, because I know as a solo parent myself, when my son goes off to his dad for the rest of Christmas afternoon and the following few days after, I usually sit and watch YouTube or something because I get a bit lonely. So I'm still going to post one on Christmas Day for you as well. It won't be very long, but it will be there for you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and share with your friends if they think they're going to have some good ideas from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.